What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Friend Zone podcast. We are on episode 7. Feels like we've been doing this for a year in like 2 minutes at the same time. I don't know about you guys, but make sure wherever you're finding this podcast that you like, subscribe, download, favorite. If you're an audio listener, just download it. You don't even really need to listen. We just need that download click. But my name's John. I'm joined, as always, by Curtis and Josh. How are we doing tonight, boys?
Doing great.
Very good. Sixers are 1-0. So
for the people out there, just real quick, we're also going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as of now. Soon to be growing some more, maybe, hopefully.
And we will be getting a TikTok coming soon just to try to get the word out there. I will be trying to set us up on there. I know it's very good for virality.
And maybe our social media will have some stuff on it. Maybe.
And maybe like a logo.
We'll see. Maybe.
And
Hope so.
a
We'll
song.
Beat the statistic.
We have things that we want to do. So
there's a lot in the works. So.
Depends on if we do that or not. Anyway.
With that being said, we've already alluded to the Sixers being 1-0, so we'll kick to our Sixers correspondent, Curtis, to see what happens tonight.
So I was very excited. Obviously, going 1-0 in Boston is great, even without their best player. Obviously, Jason Tatum will be sidelined for a good portion of the season with the injury that happened in the playoffs last year. We have our home opener coming Saturday versus Charlotte. It was just a random note that I wanted to put in there. I think that'll be a really good game. And we're 1-0, which I think is more than I thought was going to be happening. I took the Sixers plus 4.5. I debated taking their money line, but I was like, no way. With, I guess, Embiid not really showing up on a minutes restriction and coming back from an injury, I think it was really good that VJ Edgecombe, obviously is the biggest topic, showed up and showed out. I believe he played for 42, and 34 points. He was 50% from the field, 50% from free throw, which will improve. Obviously, that's probably game one nerves. His big knock, obviously, he went third overall, so not many knocks in a draft with a generational first overall pick, was shooting the three ball, and he shot the three ball well. He hit 3 threes and had 2 dunks in the first quarter. I believe he had 13 points in 11 minutes, something like that. And he looks like a very willing defender, and he's a good athlete. So if you're, 6'4", 6'5", good athlete, longer arms, and a willing defender, then you can play defense in the NBA generally. Outside of that, Barlow played a lot of minutes at the 4 spot for us with Paul George's health and Embiid's obviously health always being kind of tenuous. I think it's big that we have, two-way guys and guys that are on small deals showing out. Obviously, he, as pointed out in our group chat, the announcer said that he was too, quote-unquote, erect on defense, but he does, to Ala Abdenabi's point, he does, his legs get very erect, quote-unquote, on many closeouts, and he will draw fouls that way, so maybe not the best guy to play 40 minutes a night, but I think he'll be a very good rotational young piece for us. I think Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jared McCain when he gets healthy, Quentin Grimes, Jabari Walker, and Barlow around Embiid is not a terrible core. I think for an NFL comparison for you guys, I think this is the type of team that could win like 3 to 5 games if you're hurt a lot, but could sneak like 8 to 10 wins if healthy. So we have a lot of variation. Like we'll see what will happen. But I think it's obviously huge that we beat the Celtics. Obviously they are out Kristaps Porzingis and their 2 other starting bigs. So the fact that Embiid didn't eat is a little scary, but at the same time, he's coming back from, as Josh put it during the game, being out for almost 2 years. So
that's what it feels like.
Yeah, it does feel that way. And it realistically is pretty close to that. So optimistic for the season. McCain being healthy will be big. Paul George being somewhat healthy will be big, although I'm not going to rely on Embiid and Paul George's health. So I think overall we'll see. But I am so excited about VJ Edgecombe. I will be buying a jersey. I think even the first quarter, I was excited, but the fact that it kept going and he, fatigue will play a role. I think by the end of the first season, he'll look a lot different, but that's every NBA rookie. It's a long season.
Most points in franchise history for an NBA debut as a Sixer.
Yep.
So he's better than Allen Iverson going forward. Yes.
Well, yeah, for one game, I guess theoretically, through one game, he was better than Allen Iverson was through one game. So that's a pretty high bar. I would say probably the greatest Sixer of all time. Although that's a very big label to put on, but I would say so. But yeah, moving on to, I guess.
Well, way too early to tell. Sixers make the playoffs this year, yes or no?
Way too early to tell. But yeah, you know what? I'm feeling optimistic. Give me the Sixers. This would be,
Doesn't like half the league make it anymore.
Yes,
anyway.
that's the big thing is most teams make it anyway. So
when they don't make it, they're really bad.
Yes. So last year, getting the 3rd overall pick was really bad, but it was also really good because if we had gotten a pick that was outside of the top 5, it would have been the Thunder's pick. So that would have been a huge loss. So it ended up being good, but the only thing that keeps us out of the playoffs with this much talent is health, and that has always been the issue. So way too early to tell, but yeah, I'm going Sixers will make the playoffs. They will make at least the play-in and will put up a good fight in the play-in. So playoffs, I would imagine, but especially with a weaker Eastern Conference. I mean, I know it's not very weak. There are a lot of really, really good teams with the Magic, the Cavs, the Knicks, but with some injury issues, Tyrese Halliburton's out for a while. Jason Tatum's out for a while. Pacers and Celtics could regress a little bit.
These are names I know.
Yeah. Those are guys that both had knee or ankle injuries. So the NBA, the bottom half of the leg for the NBA continues to be the biggest issue. But yeah, makes sense when everybody's like 6'7" and really, tall and skinny and can shoot and explosive athletes. So moving on to John, I guess I don't want to put him on the spot, but I guess for the Flyers portion of the podcast, maybe, or do we want to go Eagles first?
We can kick to the Flyers just to get it out of the way because.
Oh, don't say it like that, man.
Well,
2-0, right?
Much like this town, no one cares about hockey unless they're good, and that's fine.
Same with basketball.
Flyers had a really hard start to their schedule. Right now, they are sitting at 3-2-1, which is pretty good considering. Their home opener was against the defending Stanley Cup champions, which they wound up winning 5-2. A lot of empty net goals at the end of that game, not as much of a runaway success as the scoreboard might lead. Since our last recording, we've gone 2-1. Lost to a really good Winnipeg team at home. Really, we had no business being on the ice with them, and that's just a constant reminder of how far away the Flyers are from being like a top echelon team in this league. Had a really gritty win against Minnesota at home after that.
I see what you did.
Yeah. 2-1 in overtime. My man Noah Cates scored the game winner. I don't know. I don't want to put Josh on the spot to put the picture up.
Oh, no, there's no
one
spot to put in.
That's. I mean, we don't have to put it up. Basically, a big concern right now is.
I got it.
I guess Flyers phenom Matvei Michkov. There's been a lot of talk about his coming into the season with bad conditioning.
So we got it up now.
Oh,
there's
right.
the red circle. I would assume this is the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. So the Flyers won this game 2-1 in overtime. I know Curtis, I think you saw the picture earlier.
Yeah. I cannot skate for that long.
I cannot skate back.
I like soccer ball, not hockey.
Need to get to bench. Yeah, the only goal that Minnesota scored in this game, pictured here on the screen, as you can see, it looks like we're giving up a free power play to the Wild as 4 men are in defending, and Matvei Michkov is just like kind of hanging out in the neutral zone. So
is that just conditioning, or is that a mental?
There's some conditioning. I think there's some mental stuff.
How do you know that's not the play, and maybe
situation.
he was supposed to be there?
So he's been benched in the last 2 games in the third period. And I mean, not just this example. You can take it down if you want.
All right.
Take it down.
The Flyers beat the Kraken 5-2 on Monday, and while they're just trying to ice the game away, puns again.
What's cracking? Good pun.
Mishkov had a chance to hold the ball. Jesus Christ!
Well,
not in hockey
Soccer
mode
ball.
yet. Not in hockey mode until football's over. Try to hold the puck inside the blue line, and instead of just dumping it deep to the corner where we had a player, I think it was Grabenkin. Doesn't matter. He tried to go across the ice, across the blue line, and it was like a really dangerous turnover. So 5-2 game, it doesn't matter. But if that's a tie game where you're losing, you need to keep the possession of the puck in the zone.
Makes sense.
And obviously, he's been the most skilled player anywhere he's been up until last year, and he excelled last year. So I guess you just need him to start taking some of those mental steps. He was in a car accident in Dubai over the offseason, and he denies anything happened to his ankle. But there's speculation going around that's why he's out of shape this year.
is he driving?
He was he rented the car, but he was in the passenger seat when the car crashed.
Gotcha.
So probably just he's got friends. He went to hang out with his
They
boys
probably
from
just
home,
went
and
out
they were
ripped around.
whatever you want to do,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
he's just paid.
Dubai sounds
paid
like
the
a
bill,
scary place to
Did a
hang
bunch
out.
of Russian
Right.
guys in Dubai. They probably just ripped around in Lamborghinis.
So yeah, early on, the team looks competitive. I think the guys are buying into Tocchet. I like Rick Tocchet fine. I just hockey's new head coach for those who don't know.
He was a player for us for a minute.
Yeah, so that was my hesitation is that I guess probably like basketball, hockey more so than any other sport I watch is a carousel. No matter if you get fired, you're going to get a job somewhere else because you just go on this carousel.
Yep.
And the last time the Flyers went outside the carousel, they brought up Dave Hackstall from
I know that name
from the college ranks. And again, the players bought in for a little bit until they didn't, and then you could tell when he lost the locker room and the team was just not following his lead anymore. He also had some allegiances to players that had no business being on the ice, but he would not cut them for anything. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother podcast. So yeah, I going back to Tocchet. Familiar, you're back in the Flyers alumni group, which cool, but I also think those things are a double-edged sword because we've had the same results for the last 50 years, and you're not looking outside the box to find another answer. But the kids look competitive right now. Coming up, they have a game against. They're going to Ottawa. We'll see Claude Giroux tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. And then a nice little stretch at home against the Islanders, the Penguins, and the Predators. I guess the only other thing I'll note right now on other jokes that I'll tell you guys off the podcast.
Editing's a bitch.
I guess the only other things I'll say before we get off the Flyers, I really like Nikita Grabenkin. He's kind of like a fourth line grinder with a little bit of skill upside. He keeps getting cut for Nick Delorier, who he's the veteran presence and he's been around the league. He knows how to handle himself, all that stuff. I just want the upside of Grabenkin night in and night out. We got him on the Scott Lawton trade to Toronto, if that name rings a bell for you guys.
Sure does. I don't know anything about it, but
we got Grabenkin and we got some draft picks.
I know the name.
And then I think I talked about him last week on the podcast, but Emil Andre is one of my favorite defensemen on the team, and he got sent back down to the AHL last week for Zamula coming back, and then this kid Noah Juulsen that we signed, and I think Juulsen will be the guy. There's Chris Van de Velde was the player that no matter what happened, Dave Hackstall will not sit him, and I don't think he belonged on the ice. I think Noah Juulsen will be Tocchet's version of that. Okay. He has familiarity with Vancouver, so I don't think he's ever going to leave. Yeah. And then I've only been to one game this year for the home opener beginning of last week. And these kids behind me loved Noah Juulsen just because he spells his name Juulsen, like a jewel. So whatever that has to do with anything, it's just funny.
The kids still smoke the jewels?
I don't know. Are they even legal anymore?
They're illegal, but it's tobacco.
The tobacco flavored or whatever,
basically. Yeah. And some people have them. It's kind of like an ancient. It's at this point, if you rip a jewel, it's kind of like smoking cigarettes. It's like an ancient relic a little bit. Although,
sorry for derailing the podcast.
No, you're good. You're good. It was just funny that these kids were amused by it. The best way I can describe Emil Andre, if you remember how excited everyone for when Shane Gostisbehere came up, he's like a mini Shane Gostisbehere, and I wish he was in there every night. like a third line pairing. Even with Zamula would be fine. We'll see what they do moving forward. Dan Vladar, weird signing. Didn't know who he was before the season. He looks like a legitimate goalie, more so than Urson, which is concerning.
It's so funny how many comparables there are from the Flyers to the Sixers.
Also concerning how many goalies we've given away to other teams and they're succeeding.
It's so funny
other
how
places.
comparable
Is there anything to
Flyers
say
and the
about
Sixers.
Carter Hart?
Well, Carter Hart signed with. Well, I guess this is a crazy side story we can go on real quick.
Yeah.
So Carter Hart
Sad or side?
side,
Side.
not sad. Well, kind of sad, I
Sad,
guess.
sad,
How you look at it. So Carter Hart did not want to come back to Philadelphia. He wanted a clean start after everything happened. Yeah, whatever. But so even just that sentence infuriates a lot of female hockey fans that he could move on from this. And I know he was found not guilty, but something definitely happened. I don't know if you guys read about the case, but
I didn't read enough.
it does. I wouldn't. I don't recommend doing it.
Make any type of.
So let's just say something probably happened.
Yes.
However much involvement Carter Hart had, I don't know.
Something horrible happened.
He was there when potentially something happened.
Right, but also possibly some amount of seconds he was involved. But that's fine. Whatever. Carter Hart, moving out of Philly, needs a clean start.
Sure.
So someone posted a photo of an upset Vegas. He signed with Vegas. And someone posted a photo of these Vegas Knights female fans that had a sign up against the boards that said, "No to Hart, believe women." And for some reason, Jake Voracek quote tweeted this photo and just wrote all of them ?
Wow.
And then this took off to the point where some people thought this was a parody account, but it's actually Jake Voracek, who's been retired for 2 years at this point, just came out of nowhere to be
why is he getting involved?
Why?
All the things.
Yeah, that's not a good hill to die on,
such
man.
an potentially inflammatory.
And you have nothing to do with the situation at all. So that's the Carter Hart
All right.
wrap up for this week.
All right, well,
Let's get to happier
let's-
things, baby.
Yeah.
Love hurts.
Yeah. Dude, Jalen fucking hurts. Moving on. Jalen fucking
I heard he
hurts.
can't throw the ball.
Yeah, apparently can't throw the
I
ball.
heard he gets carried and can't carry a team.
I heard he definitely doesn't give the ball
Someone
enough
told
to
me-
A.J. Brown.
I think he only wins because of Saquon Barkley's rushing.
One of the stupidest people that I know told me that, in terms of football, told me that Jalen would not have won without Saquon in Super Bowl.
So Jalen said basically the same thing on the sideline
But
of that Super Bowl.
I don't.
But I turned and looked at
He
him
said,
and said,
"This is you, man."
Well, but I turned and looked at him and I said, Saquon would not have won without Jalen Hurts.
Also true.
And I think that not only this, there are many games throughout last season that has proved it, but I think this week was such a pivotal point. We would have lost 3 straight.
Oh yeah,
That would have been huge. The Vikings defense is really good.
you can't lose it.
And
Carson Wentz.
Jalen balled the fuck out.
5 incompletions.
4
Four
incompletions, 3 touchdowns.
A bunch of bombs, 325 yards, a perfect passer rating.
First one of the season this year.
Yes. Also, thank you, Carson Wentz. Holy Christ, he looks.
You just threw the ball. You
so
threw
bad.
the ball to Makuba. You threw the ball to
that Makuba pick. It was just fuck it. Justin
other guy.
Jefferson's somewhere down there, and he just rolled out and bombed it. And Makuba, credits to Makuba for being aware enough to pick it off, but that was a duck.
Who was the other
I
pick?
think Jalen Hunt.
While he
pick
got
6, baby.
bodied by Jalen Carter.
Did you know Jalen Hunt was a wide receiver in college?
I
Was
did
he?
not know that.
Maybe it was high school.
High school.
I knew he was a safety in college.
Google that.
He was a wide receiver at some point in his career. And then
that
I
makes
butchered the
sense.
cool stat.
That makes sense.
Sorry,
Let me find
guys.
it. No, I keep talking while I find it. But
I guess some other things I'll say about how good the Vikings defense has been. Jalen was 5 for 5 for quote unquote deep passes over 20 yards. The Vikings had only allowed 3 deep pass completions through their first 6 games before this week, or 5 games. I think they already had their bye. And then another stat I had seen was that obviously this is one of the best games of Jalen Hurts' career.
Oh yeah,
Anywhere. But the last 3 years against Brian Flores-led defenses, he's the second best quarterback performance against him. Yeah, I didn't look up who was number 1, but quarterbacks have not been faring well against the Vikings defense this year. As you know, just from like fantasy, the Vikings defenses can sway whether you win or lose this week with how good they've been playing this year.
I really wish I would have played the Lions defense last week and not the Vikings. But
so, Jalix Hunt was named all-county at wide receiver in his senior year of high school, totaling, this is wild, 20 receptions. That's it. For 475 yards.
He's like playing.
He averaged 25 yards a catch.
It's like playing CFB 25.
And 2 touchdowns, which is not that many touchdowns, while being named co-captain and offensive MVP.
Nice.
So he played safety at Cornell and then transferred to Houston
Christian. Okay,
Houston Christian.
something like that.
Yeah.
And it was some religious bullshit. Yep. Oops, sorry.
Wow.
Some religious.
A religious school, yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, he played. Obviously, he was a defensive end at Houston Christian, but he played wide receiver in high school. So that makes sense. But,
basically, he's been a defensive end for like 2 years.
Yes.
And one of those years was in like the NFL.
Yeah.
When he was a Super Bowl champion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
True.
And got a sack and
Yeah, I mean, he's not ready to be a starter yet, which he is.
Yes.
A starter, which is sad. Kind of.
Welcome back, BG.
Don't think he's going to be a
He's
starter.
not going to be a starter, but if we're making one of the defensive end positions rotational, it's not obviously the, rotation of what? Jalix, Nolan once he's.
Nolan hasn't been in it because he's been out.
Once he's healthy.
So who?
I don't know. Nolan just posted a picture of him working out and said getting close or something like.
Yeah, he'll be back after the bye, I'm sure.
But Jalix, Nolan, BG, what's his name?
Jalix, Nolan, BG,
Uche. That's his name. Uche. Ojulari.
Patrick Johnson.
Yeah. Ojulari got hurt on Sunday.
Yeah, he did.
He did. But at full strength, that's not terrible. But
it's not great.
It's not great. It's not great.
So are we going to talk about the BG thing, or are we going to do other things first?
I mean, I feel like we kind of already.
Oh yeah, we're on Brandon Graham.
Yeah, we're on Brandon Graham.
So, love the signing as like an emotional boost to the team.
Yes.
He's going to be a locker room leader in there. I think that's what they need, especially on defense.
Yep.
Because Jalen Carter is not that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Reed Blankenship, they gave him the captain's thing. Doesn't seem to be the guy.
He's a very solid starter.
Oh yeah.
And a very, I think, probably a pretty, like a good, like, whatever, like
say
defensive leader on the field. But I just don't think he's that.
The locker room rah-rah guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy. And he's not incredibly cerebral. He's not like Ed Reed where he like sees everything, I feel like. So it's like.
Bring BG back because that's half the battle is that locker room rah-rah.
Yeah.
Trash talk guy on the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
we're missing the trash talk with him gone. He was gone.
Jalen Carter's too much. Like
CJGJ was a trash talk guy.
Yeah, he needs to chill. So having
you don't know Jalen Hurts like I know Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
So on an emotional aspect of it, BG great signing. The fact that we need him kind of is a bad sign.
It's a bad sign. What I will say about the BG signing that I get really tired of is all these idiots being like, oh no, it's going to ruin his legacy as an Eagle. First of all, it's not. Okay, what if he comes back and doesn't really do anything?
He's not Jason Peters. Okay. He's not coming back at 400 pounds and like can't get down on the 3 technique anymore.
But also, so what if it ruins his fucking...
It's not going to. He's
a god
to the city.
But yes.
He strip sacked Tom Brady.
Yeah, just don't know in what world it could. Like,
well, it's not going to ruin
longest tenured Philly athlete at one point.
Yes.
Only like one of the few guys with 2 rings.
Yeah. Him and Jake Elliott, Wayne.
Like you said, strip sacked Tom Brady.
Lovato.
No, Rick didn't get 2 rings.
Yeah, there's the picture of the 4 of them.
Oh yeah, he was on the team last year.
It's the 4 of them, yeah. Because someone cropped out Lovato.
I forgot that
said these are the 3 people now searching for 3 rings.
Sorry,
Elliott,
honestly,
and BG.
I forgot Rick Lovato was.
No, I literally the only reason I knew that is because I saw a picture today and it was cropping Rick Lovato. You could see his fucking half of his face.
Okay.
But no.
Kelsey should have came back and got 2
Rick
last
Lovato.
year.
So in terms of not ruining your legacy is not going to happen. But tainting your legacy, who gives a fuck if he has 1 bad season with us?
At the end.
After retiring.
He's going to give you, 20 snaps a game? 25 maybe?
This is like the high upside. It's like high ceiling, high floor. Like, who cares if he sucks? Or low floor, but it doesn't really fucking
He
matter.
wanted to come back to begin with, but he didn't see a spot on the team for himself. So
Right. Like, I think there's no downside here.
Yes.
Like, when the rumors came out last week that he was looking to come back, NBC Philly went through and they interviewed all the guys, and like everyone had a smile on their face.
Yes.
And they're just like so excited about
Yes.
it. I think a guy like that,
You know who also always has a smile on his face?
Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
but also like the wisdom he can give Jihad Campbell and anyone else on the team, really, but like Jihad Campbell specifically. Because I think Nakobe's going to be full-time stand-up linebacker. There's going to be some point this season when Jihad's putting his hand in the dirt.
I agree.
Got to be.
Well, he already did
So-
a little bit last game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that whole defense is pretty fucking young, other than Zach
It's
Vaughn.
so young. We have 4
And-
first or second year starters right now.
And Zach Vaughn has only been
at
a
minimum.
great player this last year and
Yeah.
this year.
Yes.
He's
And
not.
he's bald, so he looks older. You know, he's 26. He's not that. He's younger
I
than
thought
me.
he was.
No,
older
he's
than
my
that.
age.
Like, I thought he was like 30.
No, he's my age.
No, I didn't know. I
He's
thought he
26,
was like
27.
late 20s.
Oh, well, like,
But
no, I believe
doesn't-
you.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
just saying.
I have
I
to
thought he had
Google it
bounced
for
around.
sure.
I thought he had bounced around the league.
No, he was a Saint.
28.
He was
28.
a
So
Saint
he's.
his
I'm
whole
a little.
career.
I'm a little. He's 28, but he was. I mean, he signed that deal at 27.
So he's probably not used to being in that like I'm
yeah, I
a
thought he
leader
was like
role.
31 or something because I thought he'd been in the league for a long, long time.
So not having people like Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham,
Yep.
it's really hurting that defense right
I
now.
agree.
So
But also, like,
Even and
I guess just thoughts on the locker room, because, like, what is the first thing someone said here when I was like, oh, Zadarius Smith retired? Something's wrong in that locker room. I don't think BG would come back if, like, he knew something was wrong in that locker room.
So,
And then obviously he's going to fix whatever it is,
this is so
because he's like
funny.
that kind
I
of, like,
think I said I don't think
boisterous
Darius Smith
personality.
thinks we could win the Super Bowl, which is why he retired. He's a ring chasing piece of shit.
I thought somebody here said something about the locker room. Maybe it was somebody else.
Sure, I may have because I'm that guy.
I mean, if we're talking about the locker room, this is a random poll, but you know who everyone talked about how it was a huge vocal piece on the defense, didn't play a lot last year and was a terrible signing, obviously. But people, Cooper DeJean and Quignon, talked about how great he was for their development.
James Bradbury.
James Bradbury is
I
gone.
wouldn't know. I don't know why they wouldn't bring him back in a coaching role.
The coaching role, because he's not playing anywhere. I just looked it up. Darius Slay is gone too, as much as
I'm sure that helps.
on the field,
As much as
whatever.
as shit he
But
is
off the
now.
field, I'm sure that helped as a vocal leader on the defense and a guy who's like, we got this. Like, again, always smiling. Look, smiling when he just got burnt. But I don't know. I just think we lost a lot of veteran leadership, and I agree. The more that I think about this,
Also,
with BG coming back, would
We
be
don't
great.
have a corner too.
Oh,
Yeah,
this might be
so-
all right. So transition time.
All right.
After watching the last game, would you still rather have Isaiah Rodgers?
Yes.
Which-
He'd be better
bad
on
over
this,
Keely
he'd be better
Ringo.
on this
Yes.
defense.
And you're not playing AJ Brown and
Yeah,
Devontae
and
Smith every
Smith with Jalen
You're not
Hurts as
playing
the
two of the best
Right.
receivers in
Yes.
the league.
and a top
And a
five
top five quarterback.
in the NFL.
Hear that, Gary? Well, I have a Devontae Smith shit.
There you
I
go,
don't have-
Smitty. No, you're not. I mean, Smitty tore up Isaiah. AJ tore up Isaiah. It's Smitty and
But that's
AJ.
what they
And
do.
they also played in
That's-
practice against Isaiah
Oh,
Rodgers
yeah.
for the last
They probably
year and a half. So
he gets signed before he even played, like for a year.
yeah. So exactly. So they know
that guy.
They know exactly what to do. And I'm sure. Like,
did you guys see
I still would take Isaiah Rodgers
on that 4th and 4 touchdown? Or no, maybe it wasn't the touchdown.
4th and 4.
Well, that was the 37-yarder to
Okay.
Yeah.
AJ.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if this was the play or not. Jalen like pointed towards Isaiah Rodgers, and then AJ ran a fake slant,
Mm.
and then Rodgers bit so hard, and they're saying it's all because Jalen was like, "Hey," because he thought he was calling a hot route,
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
went over top.
That's so good. I did not see that, but that's so yeah.
It's nice. So on that, are we going to talk about AJ now?
We can go to AJ.
Yeah, go for it.
Temperature check on AJ Brown
ahead.
and the shenanigans.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
asked me.
All right. So a lot of things are being made about this game. There was the hot camera at the end of the game where, like, I don't know what I believe that he said at the end of the game, but someone said that. Did you guys see any of this?
No.
So it was on his last touchdown on that, like, quick slant on – doesn't matter who it was on.
Okay.
But someone had said that he said, like, he's like, what is that shit? What the fuck? Just throw me the ball, whatever. And like I listened to the video and like I don't hear that. And a lot of people said like he was like shitting on the coverage. Like, what is that shit? Obviously throwing the ball, like something like that. But then obviously after the game, posted a thing on Instagram that said using me but not using me.
Which just doesn't make any sense in my head.
But like, I don't know. Is he just like trolling all the radio callers now to be like, hey?
I think him and Jalen have real issues with each other.
Oh, I agree with
also,
that.
I don't care.
I agree with that. I 100% agree.
Issues with each other.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, I don't care.
Have you not heard those rumors that like?
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't think
it was like one
be
was
adults
not
and
in
do
the
your
other
job.
one's wedding or something. Whoever got married, there was something about a wedding where one was not in the other one's wedding or something.
Yeah, for the longest time they were best friends, and
now
yeah, like they were best friends. Like, I think even before
during the draft,
AJ got drafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
During like what's it called? When the combine. There you go. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I believe that there are some real issues.
Brandon Graham said it last year, and then he got
Yes.
pushed off the radio
because
station.
I really love AJ Brown, but I think Jalen Hurts, if I'm guessing who's more mature between those two, I think
wide receiver, quarterback.
Pretty clearly guess who is more mature. And I think AJ's I think Jalen might be a little annoyed and be like what the fuck, man? Like,
I don't think that hampers anything on the field. Hopefully not on Jalen's part. He's going to.
I also just don't think AJ's unhappy here.
Like, no, I don't think he's unhappy. I just think that there is like
there's something going on.
There's something going on. Like he's just. I think he might be like it's a wide receiver. He's moody. I don't know. He's just like kind of.
He's a little bipolar.
You ever see the tweet where it's like or like the meme where it's like tweets from your quarterback and it's like God is great. I love this team, man. It's like tweets from your running back and it's like something like dumb, like I really like this, but like normal things. And then it's like tweets from your wide receiver and it's like the edge of the sword is what cuts the something.
I think it's like your enemy is close to you and
that's what it is.
And it's literally like I think it's AJ's like
it is
fucking
a verbatim AJ
fucking
Brown.
pinned tweet.
Yeah, pinned tweet. Yeah, it's like your enemy is closest to you in the like something just like these crazy cryptic like moody. I don't know. I think AJ's a very moody.
He might be trolling, but I'm getting.
Well, no, this is from like forever. I think this is before he was even in Philly.
No, it was before he was in Philly. It's more of just saying that wide receivers in general aren't trolling. They're just like they're like divas. That's what I don't know.
I'm getting tired of I don't care.
Oh, I'm tired of it too. But also look at Devontae Smith and how quiet that guy is when his targets very.
And I'm sure
very
that he's
frequent.
made it known that he's not happy.
Yes,
but he hasn't done it in that way.
AJ Brown's pinned tweet from February 26, 2023. The enemy speaks kindly and holds a knife.
Yep, that's exactly what. Yes, yeah. Also funny now that he's in Philly, the enemy speaks. Well, I guess the enemy does speak kindly. The fans speak aggressively and hold a mic, not a knife.
And you're not getting rid of him anytime soon. His cap hit to get rid of him is.
Oh yeah, no, we're not getting rid of him. No, that's
ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Then his last tweet before that was just to clear things up. There wasn't a meeting or sit down. I just said I don't recall because it got painted like there was tension and Say had to step in. That's not true. I was walking to my car, saw them, and stopped to talk. Nothing more. I guess if we're moving off the Eagles, I guess the only thing I want to ask you guys, not to put you on the spot, but does this win make you feel better about the coaching staff at all? Because I don't think this got Patullo off the hook because a lot of it was improvised Jalen Hurts stuff.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go. Please make Jalen Hurts like the offensive coordinator. Or some, not really, but not this guy. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, I agree.
You're giving like a student driver a fucking Ferrari.
Yeah.
And be like, hey.
Figure it out.
Go. Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody better. Everybody's
for sure on that 4th and 4 that I tried to bring up earlier. If you watch like the route that was called for AJ Brown, he ran like a fucking
Jalen literally went
5-yard comeback and then stopped at the sideline, and then Jalen was just like 37-yard touchdown.
Yep.
Oh my god. Third and 13.
There you go. Hell yeah, dude.
Jalen roll out. Improvised play. Good for him for like feeling the pressure and rolling out and like threw a fucking dot rolling right, which he has not always been good at.
What is Patul's issue with having the receivers go deep?
Patullo has the receivers get to a place and then just sit there and sit.
How is that going to work?
And I don't really understand when we're playing against mostly like, I guess, like shallow zone coverage.
You're playing against professionals.
Yes. Yeah. Nobody's going to let that, like, nobody's going to let someone just sit.
I feel like this happens
And like,
every
even
year.
if you expect if you're drawing up all man beaters, the fuck are you doing against zone when a guy's just going to sit and probably a zone that a defender is covering?
Yes.
But I guess the other long touchdown play to Devontae Smith was something that Devontae saw and brought to everyone's attention at halftime.
Oh, yeah. He said,
and like,
this play.
Cool that Kevin Patullo listened to him because like some coaches might also be divas and be like, sit down, you're the player, I'm the coach. But like, why aren't you seeing this on the field, man?
Yeah, exactly. What is your job? Devontae's job
Devontae said it was 3 looks and he saw it. And it's like
Devontae's job is to run routes and catch balls, and he's doing that above and beyond. And now he's
out there on the
coaching as well as Jalen is. Like
I played wide receiver in high school, so like I'm not claiming to be anywhere near these guys, but I can tell you how hard it was to even tell if like they were playing man or zone when you're like trying to run your route.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he was like seeing the whole field and how the coverage was shifting in that look.
I guess
from
that's why
3 times. I guess so.
That's why he won a Heisman as a wide receiver too. That's
But just saying, like it's not the easiest thing to do with everything going on.
Yeah.
So I mean,
no, I see what you mean.
Shout out my Devontae.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just don't understand.
Can we stop hiring these bullshit offensive coordinators?
Jalen just needs to like act like the communication's fucked up in his helmet and call the game himself.
I agree.
Also, running a run play when the run isn't working. No offense to Saquon, because I don't think it's all Saquon's fault.
No, it's not.
On 3rd and 5, just because you know you're going to throw the ball on 4th down, I don't really like that tactic either. Like, what are we doing?
Well, and it's definitely not all Saquon's fault.
I think it's mostly interior offensive line.
Sunday, our center was Brett Topp.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yes, yeah. I think it's mostly interior offensive line that's been dealing with the run, because if you look at the Vikings had a terrible interior offensive line last year, and they still like were able to run the ball well with Aaron Jones and throw the ball to Aaron Jones well. But Aaron Jones is such a different running back than Saquon is. I just really do not. I don't know. Landon's been hurt all year. Cam is hurt now, and whatever.
I feel like Cam's been hurt.
Hasn't been fully healthy since the Super Bowl. He wasn't even healthy in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or the Washington game. He almost missed.
I think that 2,000-yard season has worn down the line more than wore down Saquon.
I 100%
You might be right.
agree with that, actually. And I think that, I don't know. I'm worried about the future of the season with our offensive line.
Is Landon going to have a short career? Because
it's trending that way so far. I mean, a short and successful career. But
no, very good.
But
when he's on the field,
he needs a full offseason for sure.
True. And what's the best availability?
He also should have not forced himself back.
Good on me. What's the best availability?
I'm a big flavored peach.
I'm a big flavored peach. What's the best ability?
Inside joke.
Availability.
Curtis is a big flavored peach.
Yep, I am. Moving on.
Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts on the Eagles before we move on?
What's the move on?
I mean, we can talk some Phillies. We can talk.
I mean, there was a big Dombrowski thing that happened since before.
Phillies, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
It's not going to be long, but I can vamp.
All right.
I guess first off, Phillies news: Buddy Kennedy is going to be a World Series champion no matter what happens.
That's crazy.
Finish the season. He spent some time with the Phillies. He spent some time with the Dodgers. He spent some time with the Blue
Where
Jays.
is he now?
Nowhere. So he's just gonna.
But he doesn't get the ring then.
He gets a ring.
No matter what.
Yeah, he was on the team this season.
Even if you're on the team for like a game, you get a ring.
Yep.
I don't like that.
I think he batted like .07 or something crazy.
No, .069. You sent me the stat.
Nice.
Or it was either you or Gary sent me the stat.
Gary.
Well,
he was .4.
Gerald, yes.
.42.
Let me see if I can pull
with
it
the
up.
Phillies this year.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, 2025, .069.
Yeah.
He had 2 hits, 1 RBI, and he scored 2 runs. So
he gets the ring.
He gets a ring no matter what happens.
If I was him, I'd pull that shit right away.
Like, you can't be proud about it.
He might be.
Okay, I showed up. One team, whatever. He like reposted announcement for the World Series on his Instagram story and just wrote "Go Team."
At least he's having fun with it. He knows. He gets it.
Yeah, he's in on the joke. Yeah, outside of that, Dave Dombrowski had a big presser. He insulted arguably your best player on the team.
I don't have a problem with it.
All right. I mean, I just don't know, like, a guy like Bryce isn't going to take that well.
Sure, but Bryce is also being a little bitch baby.
I guess.
Is this one of my unpopular opinions? Talking about bitch boy Bryce?
2 out of 3 agree with this.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You're on my side?
Oh.
Oh, what's Mr. GM Bryce? Let's hire all our friends and then suck and then wonder what the hell, what? Huh? What? Okay.
I don't feel as vocal about it, but I do somewhat agree with it.
I mean, we're on a podcast. You should be able to go vocal about it.
Well, I'll be very
Sorry.
vocal about it in a way, but I think that, I don't know, I wouldn't maybe
You're
call
nicer
him
than
like,
me.
yeah, maybe I'm a little nicer. I wouldn't really, or maybe not nicer,
Bitch
but
boy
like,
Bryce?
I wouldn't maybe call him bitch boy Bryce, but
I
I
will.
do think that he sometimes can be a bitch, and can be.
Gives me, like, I think you said this. He gives me Aaron Rodgers vibes.
Oh, I did say that. And I 100% stand by that. And that's why I think that he's kind of a bitch sometimes, because he does give me that Aaron Rodgers.
Man,
Like,
things aren't going my way.
he's just a little too aloof for my liking. You know what I mean?
Also,
like a little too
Hit the
like.
fucking ball in the playoffs.
Also, stop being so high in all your TikTok videos. What are you doing?
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Is he high in his TikTok?
Just stoned out of his mind.
But
He's like,
isn't that against the rules in the MLB?
banana bread.
They probably don't. They don't test for that.
Banana
shit.
bread.
No leagues test for weed anymore.
See this banana bread?
The NFL might, but
Well, they have to, because what's that? Josh Gordon, man, he ruined his
Yeah, but
career
that
for
was-
over weed.
yeah. No leagues. The NBA hasn't tested for
I
weed for
well,
years.
that's
That would be. I mean, they would kill the entire league.
Yeah.
If they test for weed. Everybody. There are guys playing high. Look
There's
at Kevin
only
Durant.
3 guys playing.
Watch Kevin. Look at Kevin Durant's eyes when he's playing. They're all gone. Kevin Durant admitted on the podcast with David Letterman that he plays high all the time.
I wouldn't be able to run a podcast high. I don't know how they play basketball.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, if you're 6'11" and can shoot the ball like from 50
Your mom's
feet
parking
away.
lot?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can really do anything. But do we have anything else, or do we want to move on to?
There are rumors, according to a Yankees beat reporter, that they would not be surprised from what they heard if Bryce
Schwarber.
gets traded
Oh.
this year. And I take no stock in that.
I don't think.
I don't
that's not-
see.
I don't see that coming either.
You guys can call Bryce a bitch, but I think you'll agree with me when I say this team is still going to go where Bryce Harper
No,
goes.
he's
Yeah, I
a
agree.
bitch, but I don't want him to get.
He's a
traded.
really good baseball
He just
player.
needs to
He just can be bitchy sometimes.
Stop being
if that
such
makes
a-
sense.
I
whack
think
job.
Yes, a whack job is a
if
good
I'm
word
ever
for
going
it.
to say anything bad about
Aaron
Bryce, if I'm ever going to say anything bad about Bryce Harper, and I did text this out during the Dodgers series, like, you call yourself the showman, and I texted like a bunch of people. I was like, the showman, what a joke, which is like the end of Suicide Squad. Peacemaker, what a joke.
Rick Flag, shout out.
But like, you can't call yourself the showman and then just go out there and look for like a fucking signature highlight to add to your resume for your whole career.
Swing
like-
of his life.
Yeah, you just need to go. Like, you already had that, my man. Go out there and make contact with the ball. Like, they apparently had this conversation with Trey Turner before this season. Like, stop swinging for the fences, just make contact with the ball. And Trey Turner, like, for better or worse this year, hurt a lot. Won a batting title for the National League.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
maybe we need to have that same conversation with Bryce next year, and he's just got to understand his limitations. I do still think the power's there. Like Dombrowski put him down and said he doesn't know if he can go be an elite player again. But like, he
That's
set the
just a
Phillies
crazy
record
thing to
for
say as an owner too about your best player
a guy
on
that's
the
going to be here
roster.
for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and he's the best player.
Yeah,
on
he
the
might have
roster right now.
maybe wanted to soften the blow a little bit.
Or maybe he just wanted to light a fire under Bryce. But at the same time, why would you do
But
that?
he set the franchise record for games straight with an extra base hit this year. So like, it's still somewhere in him. And he dealt with a wrist injury and whatever, and like that wasn't the problem with the playoffs. But
Yeah.
I think Bryce still has a lot of good baseball. in
I
him
agree.
left
Sure,
to
but
play.
he is diminishing.
And we
So-
are getting diminishing returns from all of our aging.
I mean, he might win a Gold
cast.
Glove last year for what he did at first base.
Yeah.
Maybe if you don't re-sign Schwarber, I guess that's the other thing Dombrowski said was like Schwarber's a priority, which I
I
don't
know
love.
how you feel about
I don't
that.
love
We
that.
already covered that
I
last
love
time.
that either.
I love Kyle Schwarber, but
Yeah, me
like
too.
$30 million
Me too.
for a DH, Move Bryce to DH and
Yes.
use that money for something else.
Although Gold Glove, I do like 1 or 2 years.
I don't want Pete Alonso, but like if you get some kind of first baseman that can take 40-ish home runs off of what Schwarber did, and maybe a pitcher.
I like Schwarber so much, but I know he's not going to be good long term. So
Not $30 million good.
No, not that good. Not for how many years he wants.
I will not be upset if we re-sign him. It's just it doesn't.
no, I know,
many
I
years?
know exactly where you're
For how
coming
many
from.
years would you want, ideally? I mean, 1
2.
would be
Two.
ideal, but yeah, 2.
He's going to want like 4.
Yes.
3 maybe.
3 would be fine because that 3rd year would suck.
Yeah,
It'd be
oh,
like
yeah.
the Slay deal where it'd be like, that's a little over. It's 1 year too many, too many. But the Slay deal ended up working out fine.
Sure did.
Kind of. Yes.
Got a
Maybe we
ring.
wanna screw-
Got a ring.
Yeah,
Don't
got
matter.
rings. All right. On that note, we should. I don't know where we're at time wise.
46 minutes.
Oh wow, we are cruising. We want to
Cruising
move
and
to
cruising.
college sports. I have a lot to say about
Sure.
college sports. If you don't
Is
wanna
it-
start,
Is it college hockey?
well, I have nothing to say about that, but I have things to say about other college sports. Unless you want to start with college hockey.
No, we'll pass on college hockey.
So
I'm going to pass.
Penn State, number 5 in the country, went 2-0 last week against Long Island University. Game 1 went to
That doesn't
overtime.
sound impressive.
Yeah, game 1 went to overtime. They should have never been in that position. Then they came back and beat their ass on Saturday. So all was right in the world.
So you're saying they beat that ass?
They beat that ass.
BTA.
Went from number 6 to number 5. We were 4 was our peak so far this year. So just keep on climbing
keeping
them
on.
standings. And I guess Penn State has a football team, but who even knows anything about them anymore anyway?
What's their coach's name now?
Terry Smith.
Sounds like a creative.
All right, real quick before I kick off of this. That team
Which team?
with the Penn State Nittany Lions
Okay.
went into
What-
Iowa
That,
with a backup quarterback and a brand new coach, and they lost 25-24. And I gotta say, they at least look prepared for the fucking game, which I can never say about a James Franklin-led team. So it's weird how even though they still lost, they look prepared for the task at hand with the players they knew they were going to have it on hand.
so are they going to make the playoffs? this
No.
year?
No.
College football works.
But they
so
were number
different.
2 in the country.
If you
It doesn't
lose
matter.
2 games, you're out of the.
Yeah, I know.
3 games.
Penn State could have still made the playoff after they lost to UCLA if they
Yes.
won out because they would have had to beat Ohio State and
Yes.
Indiana.
Yep.
And those would have been huge games to
Yes.
Do
Both
you
top
think they can
5
still do
wins.
it?
win. No, there's going to be fucking slaughterfests right now.
No.
On the road in Columbus, that's going to be bad.
Yeah, that in particular. Julian Saint looks very good.
So the last thing I'll say is just that Penn State went into Iowa, which is a tough place to play, and is always very sound defensively, and lost by a point after all this turmoil that's going on. Like Terry Smith still had the boys ready to play, like they came out willing to play. So it's just weird seeing a guy having guys ready
Could it be because Allard is not the
for
quarterback?
game day to go. That's not the problem. I don't
Okay,
think.
okay.
But we'll see what the NFL says about that next year.
That's true. On a random note, popping in, we are currently, it is currently 12:08 Eastern time right now. Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks are down 26 points to the Spurs, which both very good teams, a very good game. But Cooper Flag has 10 points right now on very bad shooting. VJ Edgecombe for Rookie of the Year. I'm very, very excited.
Lock it in.
Obviously, one game. I already took
Mr.
VJ Edgecombe.
OnlyFans, BG Edgecombe.
Well, maybe, but maybe if basketball doesn't work out. But I
It's gonna
took.
work out both ways.
It sounds like a well, maybe who knows. But I took VJ Edgecombe for Rookie of the Year. I do think that although that is an ambitious
Not
bet,
after tonight.
I don't know. I mean, Flag does not look good. I haven't been watching the game, so I'm box score watching, so who knows? But maybe on defense, things are great. But, I mean, he does have 10 rebounds, but he is 6'9". So, I mean, I would imagine that. No assists, 3 turnovers, and shooting 4 for 13. Just a quick Rookie of the Year NBA update, I guess.
Game
moving-
1, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, there we go. So far,
82-0.
through one game.
You're going to have to do the Rookie of the Year update every week.
Every
from
week
now.
now. Okay.
Okay.
I'll lock it in. Moving on to the other side of the state for college sports, to the section that I like to call H2P in my little pre-podcast document. Pitt looked really good. We had a win against Syracuse. The former athletic director of Pitt was there in a orange T-shirt, and she is the one who signed Narduzzi and Capel through 2030. So it's clear that she was a secret agent for Syracuse the whole time. Kind of kidding, but in all seriousness, we had a good win at in the Carrier Dome or whatever they call it now. I think it's like JMA Wireless, but Mason Heinschel looked really good, but again, he's 18. His spiral is very bad. He throws these very like wobbly passes, but a dynamic athlete. His first real tests are coming up. NC State, I forget what their record is. Maybe John can look that up. But they're a better team than the record says. We have NC State, then Stanford, which should be again, it's Pitt, so there's no easy wins, but that should be a relatively easy win. Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. So back-to-back ranked teams after that. I think his first real tests are coming up. I would not be surprised if we lose out. I really hope we don't, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's a young quarterback. It's Pat Narduzzi. We'll see. Did you see any updates on NC State?
So the first place I looked said that they were 12th in the ACC, but they did not give me their record.
Okay. So 12th is very bad, but I mean, who knows? They're, what are there, like 18 teams in the ACC now? So, but yeah, NC State is a better, they always play us well, and it's a better roster than their record. I know that they're around 500. I think they're 4-3, somewhere around there.
Says them at 1-2. There's no way that's right.
They haven't played only 3 games, I would imagine.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, NC
State.
Oh, I looked at ACC standings, and it says the Virginia versus NC State game on September 6th was a non-conference game. It does not count the ACC standing. So they're not even showing.
Oh, they're 4-3. 4-3.
What the fuck is this website? This is the ACC.com.
That's weird. Oh, because it's just ACC stats. They're 4-3. But I think they're better than their record says. I forget who their 3 losses are, but I know that 2 of them were like relatively like decent schools. I think Georgia Tech was one of them. Either way, 4-3. I think it's going to be a big test. I think then someone joked that we have all the big block lettering, all the block S's, because we have Syracuse, NC State, Stanford in a row. And we have Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. I think it's going to be an interesting end to what has been a very roller coaster, per usual, of a Pitt football schedule. Moving on, I'm not a huge, obviously, like I try to follow the other Pitt sports, but there are a lot. But Pitt volleyball, I had to give a shout out to.
Shot out,
as the Pittsburghers would say. The Yinzers would say, shout out, AHT instead of OUT. Pitt volleyball beat Louisville 3-2. Louisville had beat Pitt in the 2024 national semifinals. Olivia Babcock, great last name, is a absolute dog. She won the American College Volleyball Player of the Week this week. She showed out in our win. She was the 2024 ACC Player of the Year and American College Volleyball Association Player of the Year. So yeah, shout out Pitt volleyball. They are, I believe, number 3 in the country, somewhere around there. And they are currently 7-1 in conference, 15-3 overall. So yeah, shout out Pitt volleyball. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, they beat number 4 overall Louisville. So yeah, shout out them.
Nice.
In other news, Pitt basketball starts November 3rd against Youngstown State at home in the Oakland Zoo. They will be heading to West Virginia November 13th, which is obviously a huge game. Other games that I marked as like kind of notable. We play at Villanova December 13th, so I might go to that game because that would be fun. And they play against Penn State at home on December 21st. So maybe we could head out, depending on what type of a day that was, for a little Penn State matchup.
That's in Pitt?
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
It'll be the second Penn State basketball game I've ever been to.
I've also been to a Penn State basketball game,
Were you
weirdly.
at Penn State basketball while you were at Penn State?
Yes.
Okay.
Tickets plus a hot dog and soda were $5.
Yep.
I went, I ate, I watched the first half, I left at halftime.
Yeah. Who were you playing?
They were Wisconsin. We got our doors blown off.
Wisconsin is a very solid Big Ten basketball team, so that makes sense.
I don't think
it is a Sunday, so we'd have to coordinate that with many people. It's probably not worth it, but
I won't be attending anything this year.
Well, that's fair.
I don't have any vacation time.
We'll figure it out next year.
So yeah, hail to Pitt, and we are. I'll say for John,
Penn State. Thanks for having a bye this week. Don't got to worry about anything.
Bye for the guy.
We are.
Let's go. Hail to Pitt, and hopefully we beat the Wolfpack this week. We'll see.
I hope so. I hope both of you guys are happy one day.
One day. Yeah, maybe. Maybe is your jinx.
February was pretty good this year.
Yeah, that makes up for a lot.
Yeah.
But then we did also watch Ryan Kirkering poor attempt throw it home.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What?
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry.
What time are we at right now?
58 minutes.
Okay. Do we have time for a quick?
We have time for. It's way under 2 hours, so we have time for things.
So I have little divisional notes for each division, just kind of looking through each one, what the standings are at.
Let's do it to it. Are we going to talk about Indianapolis Jones?
I am going to talk about Indianapolis Jones. I'm going to talk about all the teams. Well, we can all talk about all the teams that are leading each division. To start it off with the most important division in the NFC East, the Eagles are 5-2, in control for now, obviously. My personal biggest fear would be the Commanders, who are 3-4.
They don't scare me.
So that was my note as well.
Okay.
Nobody really scares me right now. This week will
no.
be really big, I think, to see who the Giants are. They just beat us. I think that will be the big
I think
game.
that was an anomaly on our part.
I agree, but we'll see. And I think that will be this. So if the Giants hang with us, they might end up being third in the division.
Here's the thing. They gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
It's a really deflating loss they're coming off of.
I agree.
33 points.
But I think if they are within a touchdown of us, at the end of if they're, they lose by 6, I think that's a big momentum for them again. You know what I mean? They're not going to finish as maybe they, I don't know. But either way, I'm not scared of any of these teams to win the division.
Can I ask a question about the Giants?
Yeah.
Has Russell Wilson hurt his Hall of Fame candidacy?
Russell Wilson has hurt his Hall of Fame candidacy.
With his play or with his comments about Sean Payton?
Yes.
Yeah. I think since Denver, Russell Wilson has hurt his Hall of Fame candidacy.
Denver doesn't. He had a bad, but then Pittsburgh, he was the same piece of shit.
So he had a terrible year in Denver.
Sure.
Then he had a fine year in Denver. All things considered.
And then they sat him because of contract reasons, which is kind of bullshit.
Which is kind of bullshit, but fine.
Yeah.
Then in Pittsburgh, he was not very good with a pretty good roster that Aaron Rodgers is now doing wonders. Although DK Metcalf is a big addition, but
you lost Pickens.
Lost Pickens. So
it's a wash.
6-7. Wide receiver 1 for wide receiver.
I don't understand
1.
6-7. I don't want to do this right now.
I also don't understand it.
We're not talking that.
So I think that probably hurt his Hall of Fame candidacy. The fact that he threw the ball into the fucking stands.
Yeah, can he not make the Hall of Fame now? Because fuck him.
I don't even know if he's definitely not going to be first ballot originally.
I feel like no.
Okay,
but I feel like there is enough voters that just look at numbers.
Jalen Hurts has done what Russell Wilson has done
outside I don't think
of pure
his
number
numbers
stats. He's won a Super Bowl and been to a Super Bowl.
And he didn't throw an interception to Butler on the goal line
to lose the Super Bowl. It was a pass interference call on James Bradbury, but
offensive decision.
Yes, but yes. But yeah, I don't know. Yes.
That was just a side.
That was a random aside, but yes, I think the Eagles currently, and I know we're biased, but the Eagles are a lock to win the NFC East. I wonder if the Commanders make a wild card, but they have a tough schedule. So The Cowboys do not scare me whatsoever. Without Micah, they are shambles. And moving on to the NFC North. This is a tough division. I think by my having looked through all of these, there are 3 divisions that I think have like 3 or more good teams, and this is one of them. The Packers are 4-1-1. The Lions are 5-2. The Lions look more complete to me, but the Bears are 4-2 and the Vikings are 3-3. So 4 potential playoff teams, really. I think
Packers
all
don't
4
scare me.
rosters.
The Packers
don't scare
frauds.
me. I agree, but I think all 4 are solid rosters,
Jordan Love is
especially defensively for 3 of them.
Jordan Love can't hold a candle to Brett Favre.
I agree. 100% agree. I think Jordan Love is a iffy at best, but Micah Parsons and that defense is nice.
You can lose to the Bengals and blame it like on a one-off fluke week.
True.
When they're, did I say Bengals?
Yes.
You can lose to the Browns.
Yes.
I know what you meant.
Thank you. Sorry.
I also knew what you meant.
But their defensive line is incredible.
Yes.
So like it is what it is.
And secondary is pretty good.
And like I understand you're playing left late, but there's no world where you should have struggled with the Arizona Cardinals.
I agree. The Arizona Cardinals are a dumpster fire currently.
Jonathan Gannon is garbage.
He's gonna get fired this year.
I agree.
Good.
I agree. I
And
think
Kyler could get traded.
at the end of this, we should
To
have
who?
a coaches and quarterbacks that will be on different teams by the end
Miami.
of each year.
Tell me Mike McDaniel would rather have Kyler Murray.
Is
He'll
Mike
be fired by the end of
McDaniel
this
going
year.
to be there?
I'm saying if Kyler gets traded
Yes.
this
True.
year.
This year.
Oh, this year.
But anyway,
But Tua could only
do
run
we
that
agree
offense.
that four good NFC North teams, or do
Sure.
you think the Bears are frauds as well?
I mean,
I don't love when I watch Caleb Williams, something doesn't look right.
Is it the painted nails?
it doesn't help
could be
things.
that. Doesn't help things.
That doesn't help anything. But no.
Any given Sunday, the Lions can beat anyone in the league.
I agree. I think the Lions might be the best, one of the
Except
best.
the Spurs.
Wow, any given Sunday.
No, they're fucking gonna.
We never had to play them.
I'm not worried about anyone in the NFC from the Eagles' perspective.
No.
That's
If anybody beats us, it's because we're gonna beat ourselves.
True.
Sometimes Caleb Williams does not look like a good quarterback. And the
I
Vikings.
think the same about Jordan Love.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
And then, did the Vikings have a starting NFL quarterback?
I don't think so because
No.
they keep sitting McCarthy.
Do they are they hiding McCarthy
Yes.
because he's not good?
Yes.
Or
This
is
week
he-
they
is
sat
he
him.
still
They're sitting
injured,
him again
or is
this
he
week.
just
They
not
said
good?
Well,
that
there were
he's-
rumors up till Friday that he was going to play,
Okay.
and
Keep
then
talking, I'll
at
look.
some point Friday, it came out that Carson Wentz was going to.
Why
be the
wouldn't
starter.
they have
Carson Wentz to start again for Vikings.
My question:
JJ McCarthy just not there. Carson Wentz to start versus Chargers.
Well, you saw what Carson Wentz is. You know what he is.
But
Start your dude.
if McCarthy's ass,
They had Sam Darnold.
if this was a Sunday game, maybe it would be a little bit of a different story. So next Sunday, McCarthy should start. Whenever, who do they play? Let me look up who they
Chargers.
play. Well, they play on
next
Thursday,
week.
but after that, Josh, talk. What do you think about JJ McCarthy?
I don't know much about him because he hasn't played.
John, talk. What do you think about
And
JJ
then-
McCarthy?
JJ McCarthy went to a really shit school.
True.
They play the Lions next
They
week.
play the Lions.
Um,
Oh my God, what a defense to come back against.
Yeah, don't put him back on that.
Play him. The
And they
Ravens are
started-
after that, so play him against the
So the
Ravens.
only JJ McCarthy game I actually sat down and watched was the opening week against Chicago.
I
Me
mean,
too.
they had
And-
Sam
Outside
Darnold.
of college, yeah.
Oh yeah, I meant this year.
Yeah.
Obviously saw a lot of him in college
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Michigan.
Yep. He was fine.
But I just
Hit a really good team.
both teams that night. I was like, something's wrong with this quarterback, McCarthy and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, that
that's
was-
the only.
A good shit game, I guess. Is
I
what it
guess.
was.
Yeah.
The only other thing I remember from that game is being like, wow,
I mean-
Aaron Jones is a corpse.
True. And that's kind of
He
aged
hasn't
well.
played.
Yeah, he hasn't played.
So-
Moving on to the NFC South, or
Sure.
unless we have anything.
All I was going to say is they had Sam Darnold. They could have just kept him.
That's true. That's very true.
Could
'Cause
be.
He's doing well.
He's doing
It's-
great.
Yeah, I
He
know.
looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, when you shit
They
the bed,
fixed him. They
when you
fixed him somehow.
Shit the bed when the lights get brightest. Like it's hard to pay that guy.
I get it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get it.
But moving on to the NFC South, speaking of a guy who does not shit the bed when the lights are the brightest, the Buccaneers should run away with this division. The Panthers weirdly have 4 wins. I don't know.
Andy Dalton's starting this week.
Yeah, they have 4 fucking wins, which is crazy.
One of them being the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, exactly. So 3 that really count, and even I know I haven't looked into the other. Okay, we got somebody about to get a DUI.
Hey guys, that guy is really cool.
Yeah,
I want to grow up to be like him.
probably. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll leave that one. But Panthers sneakily have 4 wins. Atlanta is 3-3, both very inconsistent. The Saints are in rebuild. Sorry, Josh, but see you next year for the Saints. The Aints. But the Buccaneers will run away with this division. I don't think there's anything more that we have to say about that.
With their MVP candidate quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, rookie wide receiver, Tez Johnson, MVP.
They are 5-2,
That's
and
right.
they have not had a healthy offensive line or wide receiver core through 7 games. So the fact that they're already 5-2 and have had a tough schedule, the Buccaneers are going to run away.
Yeah, their
with
one
division.
loss was us, and who was the other one?
The Lions.
Lions. So yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 best rosters in the NFC, in my opinion. So moving on to the NFC West, speaking of probably the rest of the top 5 roster wise, the most interesting division in the NFC, in my opinion, by far, not even my opinion, even just statistically, the 49ers, the Rams, and the Seahawks are 5-2. All 3.
The NFC best, am I right?
Yeah, well, and the AFC best too. That's opening the kimono a little bit for the future. But all 3 are 5-2. It's definitely the toughest division in the NFC right now. I mean, 2 of the divisions are kind of spoken for, and the NFC North is rough. But as we said, the Packers, Bears, and Vikings all don't really have solid options at quarterback. Maybe they have like up and down options. So the NFC West, to me, I mean, the 49ers look great.
Who saw Mac Jones being a competent quarterback?
Brock Purdy being hurt and Mac Jones just like stepping in and playing excellent is such a Shanahan. That's just like, I don't know.
With no wide receivers or
with
George
no wide
Kittle.
receivers or George Kittle. McCaffrey's looked really good.
Surprisingly, I thought he was going to be
I thought he
done.
was going to get hurt.
He's sucking all the health out of the other players.
He
to
is.
stay healthy.
He is. I need Kittle to get healthy fantasy-wise. But outside of that, I think this is the most interesting, by far in the NFC, but maybe in the NFL, most interesting division.
I would say so.
Yeah, I think the only other competition would be the AFC West, but this is the only one that has 3 teams with 5 wins. So the 4th team, the Cardinals, need to lose Kyler and rebuild is the note that I made. Probably lose Gannon too.
Think you could bring back Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
He's probably not doing anything.
Yeah.
I actually know this randomly. He is a doctorate candidate at the University of Pennsylvania. So shout out to Penn, local. But there's been a lot of memes posted about that quarterback class. And I'm like, well, one's a doctorate candidate at Penn. So of all the things to be doing, not that bad. But if you look on his LinkedIn, it says NFL quarterback for like 3 years, which is so funny.
He's not wrong.
Shout out Josh. Yeah, not wrong at all. He was
He
a
made some
starter.
money.
Shout out to Josh Rosen.
Joshua Bollinger Lippincott Rosen.
I don't like that.
What a name. That's got doctor written all over it.
Dr. Rosen. There's been no shortage of Dr. Rosens.
I don't want to cut anything out, so
No, his dad was an orthopedic surgeon.
we're not going to have that conversation again.
He it's a very interesting NFL story. Moving on to the AFC East. Right now, the Patriots are 5-2. And
Surprisingly, holy shit.
right? And the Bills are 4-2. I think both will be playoff teams, regardless of who wins the division. I
Drake May,
think,
man.
Patriots beat the Bills in Buffalo.
yep,
Drake May.
yeah. Drake May looks like an MVP candidate. Drake May looks excellent, and I hate it
Mike
because
Vrabel
I
is
hate the Patriots.
a good coach.
I do really like Mike Vrabel, though. I know Josh doesn't really like eat the coffee grinds type of coach, but I really like it because he doesn't like
No, I
Dan
like that
Campbell.
guy. I just don't like Dan Campbell. Fuck that guy.
That's fair. But Mike,
They're the same guy.
they are kind of the same
They're
guy.
the
Dan
same
Campbell
guy.
is a piece of shit. Mr. HBO guy.
Well,
Fuck him.
Anyway, so moving on to Mike
you
Vrabel,
don't like my
who is a
takes.
very good coach.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand either. Yeah, but anyway,
Dan Campbell might be a little bit more vocal than Phriend.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
All
He
right.
likes mean mugging for the camera.
Fucking him and Mike Tirico, man.
Fuck Mike
Legs on
Tirico.
this
It's all
side. Anyway,
so the other half of the division is ridiculous. The Dolphins and the Jets are maybe the two worst teams currently in the NFL. The Titans are
Poor Aaron Glenn.
The Titans are down there and the Saints are down there, but I mean, oh my God. Yeah, they need to give Aaron Glenn more time for sure. I think this roster is ridiculous, and to expect him to succeed with this roster would be like
Aaron Glenn needs to not take
Horseshit.
a job with the Jets.
well,
what he
that's
needs.
true, but he also played there, and like I get it. So give Aaron Glenn more time. Don't give Mike McDaniel or Tua more time.
They've had their time.
Get rid of both of them in any way possible.
Tua needs to like go home.
He needs to retire. I'm really worried about his brain.
but he also needs to wear a guardian cap for the
Yes.
rest of his
Yeah,
life.
If
he's
he
making like
plays,
poor
yeah.
decisions.
Yes, off the field and on the field.
Okay.
With it not like in any
Throwing his
real
team
way,
under
but
the
just
bus
throwing his team under the
on
bus.
the-
Yeah,
on the
injured,
podium.
Podium mistakes off the field as
Like-
well. He sounds like an idiot. He said Cam Newton hasn't been there and played the position when Cam Newton criticized him. What the hell are you talking about?
Cam Newton
Like
did.
Tua can do whatever he wants at the podium. He's not getting a job after this. Mike
Yeah.
McDaniel needs to watch what he's doing at the podium because anyone would take him as an OC.
I would take him as
Eagles
an
would take him
OC.
as an
Yes,
OC, right?
sir. I hope that he gets fired this week or after this week.
Also,
He should have been fired after this last loss to the Browns, which, oh my God. Losing to the Browns and the Browns put up like 24 on you or whatever it
with
was.
Dylan Gabriel,
Yeah, like, oh my God. The Browns haven't scored over 17 points in like 6 weeks or something.
did they play that game on grass?
They did.
Okay. Oh, that's
all
why
Dylan
that's why
Gabriel
Dylan
needs.
Gabriel won.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got high
moving
wins
on.
this week. We
Speaking
can talk
of,
about him. Yeah, we're on the AFC.
Speaking of, and moving on to the AFC North, the Browns looked better than they should have against Miami. They probably look better than they will for the rest of the year. The Steelers will probably win this division, but I predict a Tomlin Rodgers flame out in either the wild card or divisional round of the playoffs. I just don't see it in terms of like a Super Bowl candidacy.
Rodgers does flame out in the playoffs.
He does. And I think look out for the Bengals with Flacco after beating the Steelers. I think they could win a few games, and then they already have 4 wins. If they win like 2 more, and then Burrow comes back and wins 3, they're a 9-win team. And they
sorry.
make the playoffs. And
He
have Joe
targeted
Burrow.
Jamar Chase 23 times.
And he
and
caught it 16 times.
He got me some points.
He caught it 16 times. So I think if they steal a few games until Burrow comes back, and then Burrow can maybe be Burrow, win out. I think look out for the Bengals to make a wild card spot, but I think the Steelers have the division probably locked up. The Ravens defense is so bad that Lamar being back doesn't really mean enough
Yeah,
to
what happened
me.
to the Ravens defense?
Their defense is Matt Abike is out for the
The
year.
Bengals, sorry to interrupt you. The Bengals have the Bears, the Steelers, and the Patriots coming up. Next 3 games.
Okay. So I think the Bears
They
could
could
be
beat- they could beat the Bears.
They can beat the Bears.
they could beat the Bears.
Steelers and Patriots will be tough games.
Steelers will be tough.
Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no way they win
And
that
then
one.
Patriots at home.
They could maybe beat the Patriots.
The Patriots are overachievers this year. They could maybe lose a game to the Bengals. I could see that. But either way, if
Oh, no, didn't you see Drake May overcame a 3-point deficit in like 56
Oh
minutes?
my god!
I saw that, that was
6
ridiculous.
points.
Yeah,
6
6
points.
points. It was
All right.
against the Jets, right, or something.
You got to see the
ridiculous.
graphic because there's like a bunch
It's
of
so
I
stupid.
did.
They're
You
all
sent
so
it to me.
stupid. But yeah.
If I was more prepared, I would have had that graphic ready.
So I will say the Steelers. I don't know if everybody agrees, but I think the Steelers should win this division.
Sure.
I think
Sounds
Bengals
about
are
right.
their only.
They've already said they want Rodgers to come back next year.
which is interesting. We'll see how
Crazy.
that works.
What will
Yeah.
Rodgers want to do? He'll probably come back because he likes.
Well,
He'll decide when
You
he's
know what
on a
I'll say?
darkness retreat.
he will draw it out
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
it dramatic no
he's gonna do
matter
his
what
thing.
because he is a diva.
And maybe the
a-
Vikings will be looking for a quarterback, and he's going to have to decide.
Yes, he will again. That will be again. It'll be like, do I go back to the Steelers or do I? Who knows? Because he'll flame out in the divisional round this
I'm
year.
tired of this, man.
But yeah, I agree. Moving on to the AFC South to a quarterback that I am not tired of whatsoever, especially now that he's out of our division and is actually like very good out of our division. Indianapolis Jones. The Colts are 6-1.
Way to go, Shane Steichen.
Holy shit. They're running away with the division, but they might win the fucking AFC.
Yeah, so much for Shane
Jonathan Taylor
Steichen.
looks incredible.
He
again.
looks like the offensive player of the year.
So much for Shane Steichen fucking around and screwing off, and then we get him back as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, no way. He's going to get I don't know if he's been extended. He will be extended.
Daniel Jones is already comeback player of the
Chris
year.
Ballard will get extended, and I thought both would be fired by the end of this year, so that's crazy. John, any thoughts?
No, I mean, like, I didn't expect the Colts to come out. The division is inherently weak. Although I didn't expect the Texans to be this bad.
Me too.
No,
But didn't expect the Colts to be this good either.
I agree.
You can only
Obviously-
play, man.
If you
Obviously,
thought the Colts were
biasly,
this
I
good-
thought Tyler Warren would really help this offense because he helps every offense
sure
that he's
does.
ever been on.
Yep.
So, big tight end's a quarterback's best friend, but then you hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor and he can finish drives from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, literally.
It really
he
helps.
looks like Saquon
really
last
helps.
year.
Yeah.
He looks like Saquon last year. He's the explosive plays.
Yeah.
Tyler Warren is an offensive player of the year candidate, if not
Definitely
the-
rookie of the
Rookie
year.
of the year.
Or that's what I meant.
sure.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. I definitely said offensive player of the year. Jonathan Taylor is an offensive player of the year candidate. Tyler Warren is a rookie of the year
GTP.
candidate. I think Egbuka will give him competition, but
I think there's one per conference.
oh yeah, there is. So they'll probably each probably get one. Obviously, knock on wood, injuries notwithstanding. Outside of the Colts, the Jaguars have risen a lot this year,
Overachieving.
but I think they're overachieving a little bit. They lost the last two. We'll see how far they are able to rise out of this, but I don't know.
Beat the Chiefs, and then you go home to London, your sacred home ground
Literally.
in
What
England.
a home stadium
Yeah.
that is.
And
What
you
a-
play like shit against the Rams, who were like, "Oh, we're not going to go over there and try to get used to the time difference. We're going to come in, we're going to beat your ass, we're going to go home."
And Puka's hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. The Texans have been probably the team that most people had higher than where they went, like of all the teams in the NFL, than what they have done so far. The offensive line has been horrific. But outside of them, the Titans have a bottom two roster in the NFL, I would say. I think the Dolphins and the Jets have better rosters than the Titans and the Saints. I think Titans and Saints are the worst two rosters in the NFL, and I think the Titans have proven that so far. I think they snuck a win out. I don't know if they'll win another game for the rest of the season, and I think the Texans are also doomed. I don't know if anybody.
Cam Ward looks bad.
He looks pretty bad, and
Is he
I,
bad
His
or is he just a
roster is
rookie?
not.
I think the roster is so bad that
I mean, the offensive line's not great, but like, there's enough supporting pieces that like.
I guess
feel
what
like
we should see
supporting piece.
flashes.
I don't even know what their coach's name is, but I don't think he's a good.
We
Well,
got
they just fired.
Yeah, Brian
Callahan.
Callahan got fired, but
Callahan breaks.
outside
Tommy
of their
boy.
outside
Got
of Pollard and Spears, I don't know how. I don't know what other weapons they really have.
How is Tony
Chigakonkwo
Pollard
is
doing?
not that good.
Anything?
Calvin Ridley used to be a guy.
Yeah, but I don't think he's still. I think he's washed. He's like what 30.
He's got to be in his 30s now.
Yeah, Chigakonkwo is a fine tight end, but Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard are like solid. But outside of that, I just think Cam Ward might be good, but this is not the roster that'll show it.
Maybe they'll trade for AJ Brown this offseason.
It'd be cool to have him, I guess.
And maybe they'll try to sign Derrick Henry if he's a free agent. That could be a nice little
What's
roster.
about ready to do for
Uh-huh.
another deal?
Moving on to the AFC West, if we want to move on, unless anybody had anything else
I mean,
about
we
the
have
South.
no, I don't
This
know.
is the last division we have
All
left. Before we go to our
Treylon
picks.
Burks is on the Commanders. I did not know that.
Treylon Burks.
Interesting.
I know that name.
That was
Why?
the guy that
That's
they
who was going to
drafted.
replace AJ Brown.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
when they traded us the pick, they
That's
drafted
right.
Treylon Burks,
The Texans are again, we're done with you.
who I believe had like 600 yards for the Titans total.
Total.
Or
in
like-
all of his years.
Yeah, in like 2-3 years. Yeah, something like that.
Sounds right.
400 yards, something like that. Anyway, moving on to the AFC West, maybe the second best division in the entire NFL, definitely the best in the AFC. 3 teams are in contention for the division. The Broncos are 5-2. So that loss looks better and better the more time goes on.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are 4-3, and that is a tough Chiefs team. And the Chargers are 4-3 with 3 losses against the Colts. I forget who the other 2 are, but they're tough teams as well. The Commanders, who I don't think are a pushover of a team, and I don't know who the other one is, but all are in contention for the division still. I think both Wests are the AFC.
Giants.
Well, never mind. That was a bad loss. But both of the West, although we have one of those too, both Wests are the best divisions. So the AFC and the NFC West are best this year. And the Raiders are garbage and should tank for a quarterback. But those are my only notes on that division.
You don't think Geno Smith's the guy?
I do love Kenny Pickett. And he got he got snaps last week after they benched Geno. Oh yeah, he got signed by them. I believe the Browns caught him, and then the Raiders signed him.
I don't know why he can't catch on.
Or they might have traded, but let me look that up.
He's not a bad quarterback. I don't know why he can't catch on somewhere.
He's a backup, but he's a good spot starter. Backup. Yeah, he's a solid spot starter.
Better than Minshew.
I guess the two things I would say about this division, if Jalen Hurts was on the Chargers, they would be 7-0.
I love that.
No?
I love that.
I like that take. That's a good take.
Oh, so he was traded to the Raiders by the Cleveland Browns for a 5th-round pick.
I do think Justin Herbert's been playing some sloppy football and it doesn't get talked about because he's Justin Herbert and everyone loves him. Mm-hmm. So I would like to see him on blast one of these weeks instead of Jalen Hurts.
I agree.
I'm tired of this Jalen Hurts. I was the Jalen Hurts hate guy last year.
See, it's tough.
But he deserved it.
It's tough to be on this side.
But he doesn't deserve it this year.
No, right? And it's annoying because it's like, what do you have against the guy? Like, compare him to Justin Herbert in any metric, winning, stats, outside of hypothetical situations.
Outside of
Justin Herbert is like 500-0 in hypothetical situations, but outside of that, Jalen Hurts is 0-500.
Well, what if you had a 27-point lead in the playoffs?
What
would you do then?
Yeah,
what would you do then?
I'll probably win the game.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
you would think
not blow the lead. Yeah,
to Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson.
Yeah, exactly. And then what would you do in your next playoff game? You wouldn't
throw 4 interceptions, maybe.
That wouldn't ever really happen.
How many interceptions? Wow. How many interceptions has Jalen Hurts thrown in the playoffs?
I believe it's less than 4.
Let me think. He threw 1 in the Super Bowl last year.
And 1 in the other Super Bowl. That's at least 2.
Guys, it's 3. It's less.
Oh, my God.
How many?
Oh
he threw 2 in 2021 in the Buccaneers game.
Okay.
I don't even count that game. But, yeah, I
and then 1 in the Super Bowl. He didn't throw in the first.
So wait, 2022, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 2023, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions.
I was thinking of the fumble. So you can
2024, 5-1. I don't know, man. I don't know. Pretty good to me.
Sorry, I got off on a tangent about the Herbert Jalen Hurts thing.
It's good.
The only other thing I'll say about the AFC West is I don't think anyone wants to fuck with this Chiefs offense with Rashee Rice back because he totally changes what that offense is.
I agree. I 100% agree. Also, Jalen Hurts has played 9 games in the playoffs and has 1,800 yards in those 9 games, 10 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So, yeah, he plays well when it matters.
Sorry,
most. All good. I guess we are done with the pick segment, so John can talk maybe for a minute about how we fared in our picks last week.
Yeah, we can go over last week's picks, and then we'll get into the.
We'll get into this week.
Picks for this week.
The nitty gritty this week.
Looking at last week, Curtis was our champion at a stout 12-3. I finished in second place with 11-4.
Am I a big peach guy?
Big flavored peach.
Big flavored peach. That's what
Curtis, the big flavored peach at 12-3. I finished at 11-4, and then Josh, he has some bits, but he did finish 9-6.
So realistically, 10-5.
Yeah, probably 10-5.
Yeah.
If I go through this again real quick, it looks like only 1 bit pick. We all incorrectly picked Pittsburgh to beat the Bengals. Joe Flacco came out and shit on all of us. You two picked Jacksonville to pull off a win in London, and I picked the Rams. Not much of a game
on your
there.
Part, yeah. Beat down.
We both picked Chicago over New Orleans. Josh was contractually obligated to pick the Saints. Hopefully he gets over that this week.
We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see.
I picked Miami for some reason. I thought maybe they'd have like an upstart whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. But you guys both correctly picked the Browns to win over the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like the defense better there. I just think the Browns have, like, if we're talking about bad teams, the Browns are a bad team, but they have a good roster. They just don't have a winning roster. Like, they have a good defensive line. The Dolphins they might have a good roster, honestly, with Jalen Phillips, Jalen Watt, all the Jalen Waddle. Tua is not good, but Devon Achane, however you say his name. They might have a good roster, but they're not built to win. So I like the Browns there better. I don't know. Sorry.
No, you're good. Boring stretch of games here. We all picked New England to beat the Titans, I believe they played last week.
Mm-hmm. They did.
We all picked the Chiefs to beat the Raiders, obviously.
Yep. And that was a beatdown. That was belt to ass.
31-0, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
I believe the Chiefs had more first downs than the Raiders had offensive plays.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yes. I think it was 31 to like 28 or something like that. But anyway,
So I'm assuming Brock Bowers is not having a good year.
He's been injured. He didn't play last week, unfortunately. I have him on my fantasy team, so I know.
We all picked Carolina to beat the Jets, even though that was a boring, low-scoring game.
It was.
We all picked the Broncos to beat the Giants, which we all got lucky with that crazy fourth quarter. We all picked Indy to beat the Chargers, which I believe is a close game. 38-24, not as close as I thought. Moving on, we all incorrectly picked Washington to beat the Cowboys.
That's a little bit of
in Dallas, which just kind of sucks.
Dallas hate from all three of us. So
just didn't think that defense was good enough to hang.
Also true. But also Mariota was throwing the ball at the end there.
That's true. Jaden Daniels did leave with a leg injury. We all picked Green Bay to pick Carolina or beat Atlanta. Nope. Looking at the next game. We all picked Green Bay to beat Arizona, the Cardinals.
How'd that go?
Green Bay barely squeaked that one out.
Which is crazy.
The Sunday night game, Curtis and I picked San Francisco. Josh went with Atlanta.
I didn't do well.
I mean, it was almost close. And then the two Monday night games, Josh and I picked Tampa Bay to beat Detroit. Curtis correctly picked the Lions because he's smarter than us. He is a big flavored peach. And then we all correctly picked Seattle to win over the Texans.
It's the big head.
So,
it holds a lot of brains.
We don't have an overall standings, which is, I guess, is something one of us should work on.
Well,
I think we're still missing a week of data.
We're missing a week that I said I would go back and look at, and then we're also missing a week that we didn't do.
You know, one of these days I'll have an ADHD day.
The
and I'll be
week,
very excited.
The week that we didn't do is going to be big, I think, because
we didn't even.
We all went 0-0.
So. Yeah, we didn't even just make our picks.
We
So
should
we
have
can
just
come
texted
back
each other
the
picks,
next week.
Yeah. Moving
We're
on.
bad at this, guys.
Well, you know, it's our first time. So moving on
Gets better, I
to
swear.
this week's picks. What are we at time wise there, Josh?
1:29.
All right, so we got.
We'll hammer this out.
Yeah, we got. that'll be easy.
We're going to be less than 2 hours,
Yeah,
right?
Before we start, it's just funny looking at. You can get tickets for as low as $33 at beautiful SoFi Stadium, brand new in Inglewood, California.
Yeah, looking at that compared to the other.
And then you go down to the Eagles, and you can get tickets as low as $291.
Yeah.
So you could probably get a flight and tickets, like a round trip flight and tickets for almost less than you can get.
Dude, it's $300 to go to Denver. $294. It's even more expensive than the Eagles.
If you want to go to the Superdome and watch the Saints play the Buccaneers, it's $23.
I want to do that.
Do it. $23.
All right, well, business expensive.
Yeah. So first game to start our pick segment this week, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to, as John so lovely stated, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. So the Minnesota Vikings will be taking on the Chargers. The line is set at the Chargers -3.5. And it's a very neutral over-under with a 44.5 over-under. Josh, if you want to start us off with it, Vikings-Chargers.
Damn, this is like a rough one, actually.
Right? It's hard to pick. It's Thursday night. It's weird. Prime time, kind of. Literally prime video time. So
give me the Vikings because I think they're going to come back after
they are traveling to Los Angeles, but that is not a home field advantage.
Doesn't do anything for me.
Especially at night. Who cares?
So Vikings, give me Vikes.
I'm going to go with the home team at home.
Yeah.
You got the Vikings reeling off of a really bad defensive showing. I don't know if they'll be able to piece everything back together in the short week. And you're starting Carson Wentz again. And
Well, yeah, there is that. But
I will hedge my bets against Carson Wentz. Sorry, Carson.
So I'm going to side with Josh here. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. I just thinking about their pass rush. The Chargers are out. I believe Trey Pipkins is currently their starting left tackle, who is like a guard usually. I know that Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt are both out. So you lost both of your starting tackles. And I believe that they have like their fourth and fifth tackle now playing tackle. So against Van Ginkel, Turner, whoever, Grenard, give me, I believe Grenard is still a Viking. He might be a Texan, but I think he's a Viking.
No, he's a Viking.
He's a Viking.
He was in the game last
year. Give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. And I will probably be betting on them at least to be plus 3.5 because I like that pass rush. I like that defense. I think Isaiah Rodgers has a bounce back game against a much weaker wide receiving core. Give me the Vikings. Moving on to a pretty easy game, I think, for all of us to predict. The Miami Dolphins, enough said, are traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. The line is at Atlanta minus 7.5.
Give me Atlanta.
Agreed.
That's all I got to say.
Give me Atlanta. That's all I have to say as well.
Michael Penix has been much better at home this year than he has been on the road.
Good call.
Really, the only other thing, Bijan and Drake London. Like, there's not much else you need to say about this game. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, Bijan against that defense, Drake London against that defense. Maybe Kyle Pitts will have a nice little game against that shitty defense, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, I
ever.
wouldn't bet on that. But I will be taking probably the Vikings plus 3.5 and Atlanta minus 7.5. That might be a nice little parlay. Moving on to another. Wow, this is a real stinker of a game. The Cincinnati Bengals are favored by 6.5 at home in Paycor Stadium against the worst team in the NFL currently, New York Jets, traveling to Cincinnati.
Give me the Bengals. I'm sorry, I didn't even wait for you to
No, that's
throw
fair.
it to me, but give me the Bengals.
Yep, Joe Flacco against one of his many former teams. Give me the Bengals as well. I think that defense, Sauce Gardner has looked like a shell of whatever he was his rookie year, and whatever got him that big deal. So I think Jamar Chase will again get targeted like 20 times and have like 15 catches. Give me the Bengals again. And Cincinnati is favored at minus 6.5, and I would also take that again. So I like all these lines so far.
As much as I want to pick Tyrod Taylor,
good call. I do like Tyrod.
I can't do it.
But no.
Bengals are going to win this one at home.
Yeah.
And probably cover that spread.
Yeah. So all three Bengals.
Yep.
Clean sweep.
So Justin Fields is out.
Yeah.
So far, the only disagreement we've had is on Miami, Los Angeles. Just you
picked the
LA,
Chargers.
and yeah, they're right. Okay. Interesting. So moving on to the next one, which I think will be probably another beatdown. A lot of these are going to be beatdowns this week. You'd think, and then it's
I could see
any
this being
given
a
Sunday.
low-scoring game,
I guess,
but I think we're all going to agree on the same winner.
yes, definitely a low-scoring game, but I think the winner, I at least will be picking the Patriots at home in Gillette Stadium, taking on the Cleveland Browns. The line is set at Patriots minus 6.5. Give me the Patriots, as I said.
Same. Patriots.
As I said, low-scoring game.
Yep.
I think
Agreed.
Vrabel just finds a way to win this game.
Vrabels.
I don't know if I would take minus 6.5. It could be like a
Give me the under, though, in the game.
40.5.
40.5. Give me the under.
Could be a 12-6 game.
Yeah, I like that. I like a 12-9, something ridiculous like that. Moving on to the most important game of the week, the New Jersey football Giants are heading to the great state of Pennsylvania and Lincoln Financial Field to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The line is set at Eagles minus 7.5.
Ooh.
Give me the Eagles. I don't know about the line, but give me the Eagles to win the game.
Yeah, I can't see the Eagles losing to the Giants
You
twice.
can't lose twice.
That's
got
got to be an anomaly.
I hope. God, I hope.
And
Especially
clearly, Vegas isn't afraid of what happened last time.
Yeah, also
setting a
they
line
balled
like that.
out against one of the best pass defenses in the league. So.
Agreed. Yeah,
Let's
give me the
continue.
Eagles.
Let's fucking get this rolling. Let's
Yep.
get this pass game going because the run game
Seriously.
ain't doing shit.
Beat
Let's
the doors
fucking
off
ball
this
out.
team.
Let's
do
make
it.
AJ as happy as we can. He'll still be angry. Fuck him.
Who knows with him?
But
I know
I'm going
Devontae
to say,
will be happy.
I don't have to say it, but the Eagles.
Yep, don't say it. But Eagles will win at home, according to all three of us, if you take our polls. But moving on to the Panthers against the Bills. The Bills are heading to Carolina. The line is only at Buffalo -7.5, which is interesting. I know Buffalo hasn't blown teams out this year. That's like a big thing is they've beat teams, but they never have hit the spread against like the Saints.
Weird.
Like,
it sounds like some team I know.
Yeah, it's true, and it's interesting. But heading to Bank of America Stadium, tickets are pretty expensive. I guess that's because the Bills are in town. But yeah, $177 compared to like that's more expensive than in Gillette Stadium, which I imagine is a big selling venue. It's more than double the Bears Ravens, but yeah, give me the Bills. Heading to Carolina, give me the Bills. I think Carolina has won 4 games, which is interesting. I think that they have a ceiling of like 8 games in my brain, and that's a high ceiling, 7 games. So yeah, give me the Bills. Doesn't matter away or home. Give me the Bills.
Making it very boring this week, but I agree. Bills.
Yeah, we are making it boring, but
Give me the Panthers.
Nice.
All right, good job, man.
Give me the Panthers at home.
JC Horn.
The Bills might be another fraudulent team. They are 4-2 right now, but their wins are a depleted Ravens team. Well, I guess they weren't depleted at the beginning of the season, but they beat the Ravens.
That was a good game too.
They beat the Jets. They beat the Dolphins, and they beat the Saints. They've lost to the Patriots and they've lost to the Falcons.
Okay.
Fraud alert. Give me the Carolina Panthers.
Hot take from John.
Loki, I'm not going to jump on your take. I really like that. I'm still giving me the Bills, but
What's the line? 6.5?
7.5.
7.5. Give me the Panthers with the points, but I'll take them to win straight up for our purposes.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm going to take, because of your take, I might take the Bills or the Panthers plus 7.5. 3 of the worst rosters in the NFL by my own estimation.
I think the Bills don't have no legitimate wide receivers, and we may be having seen that exposed the last 2 weeks. So
true.
Let's find out
and
what
Jets,
happens.
Dolphins,
in Carolina.
Saints as 3 wins is garbage. Those are 3 of the 4 worst, as I said, 4 worst rosters in the NFL. Titans are in there, but those are 4.
I like your.
This would be a 3-game skid, which I don't know if Josh Allen has that in him. But
that is the one thing.
Let's do it.
McDermott might be. That would be interesting.
I can't believe he's been there for so long.
That will light that fuse. This is a big game that I didn't think was a big game, but it is a big game. I didn't realize they had lost 2 back-to-back. But moving on to a team that is having an all-time slide. The Chicago Bears not having an all-time slide, but are heading to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The Ravens are favored by 6.5 somehow. Lamar's back,
right?
He's back and healthy, but that defense is so bad. Give me the Bears and Ben Johnson. I'm usually a Lamar guy. Well, he's my fantasy quarterback. He won me a fantasy football championship. I am an absolute Lamar guy, but off of an injury against not a good defense, but against a very good offense and a good offensive play caller, give me the Bears unless I'm missing something crazy. I think that defense is so bad. I think DeAndre Swift has looked really good the last 2 weeks, which is something I never thought I would say, frankly. But shout out St. Joe's Prep, shout out Philadelphia, and the Eagles. But I never thought I would be saying that. But yeah, give me the Bears and give me DeAndre to tear up that terrible defense.
I'm going to take the Ravens only because
they are 1-6.
I know.
So
but Derrick Henry's on my
but that's
fantasy.
what I mean. 1-6. They're due for a win.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's on my fantasy team, and I need him to do well. So
yeah, they're due for a win at home.
I'm just picking them out of.
The Bears defense isn't good. To play my own devil's advocate, Derrick Henry is very good.
Derrick Henry's
Lamar's
very good.
back.
Lamar's very good, and that's about it.
I just think that the Bears
You're probably
are
right.
rolling, and the Ravens defense is so bad, and Lamar's coming
They
back
may have
from
just the
an
whole
injury.
team may have just been like, all right, we're done now because
I don't know. I'm torn on my take. I'm not 100% on my take, but anyway,
they are 1-6, right?
They are.
So what are they playing for at this point?
Pride.
Plus,
If I'm Lamar, I don't want to lose.
Oh yeah,
there's 10 games left, man. You win out, you win 11 games.
that's true. Let's go. All right.
You never know.
They're actually only 1-5, so
Oh yeah, so
there's 11 games left.
there's 11 games left. Yeah, so you could be 12-5, literally.
I'm I'm actually joining Curtis. I'm going to take the Bears. Roman Dunze's made a nice leap to be like a number one wide receiver. As much as I already said that I don't like Caleb Williams,
Burden's shown flashes.
Been finding ways to get him the ball.
Yeah.
And DeAndre Swift's on like this weird resurgence right now. He looked terrible to start the year. He looks like an animal.
Yeah, it's weird.
Give me the Bears on the road.
Ben Johnson knows how to run the ball against a depleted defense, so give me the Bears.
I hope so.
I hope so too, for my sake.
What is the line on this next game?
The next game is Is someone hurt that we're missing? Is McCaffrey out? So San Francisco is heading. Sorry, Josh. San Francisco is heading to Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium to play the Texans, who have a terrible offensive line and really bad offense in general. And the Texans are favored by 1.5.
No, give me. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here, but give me the 49ers.
No, give me the 49ers as well. But also, all right.
I don't care who's injured.
I'm going to take this bet. Well, John, do you have anything to?
No, I'm looking at injury reports right now.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything that would make me go any other way.
I'm taking a bet right now.
Taking the 49ers, so we're going to clean sweep that one.
Yeah, a clean sweep on that one.
Sure.
John, if you want to take over for the 4:00 slot, I am going to Shalate. I'm going to be putting in a.
All right, it's Josh's favorite game of the week. We already talked about the ticket prices for this one, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to New Orleans to face the Saints.
Man.
Right now, the line is only Tampa Bay -3.5.
I mean, you know where I'm going because it's the bit.
Contractually obligated
to vote for the New Orleans Saints.
Um,
That's what I'm going to do.
So Tampa Bay is coming off a pretty bad loss. Baker did not look good in this past game. I think he was like 0 for 8 on balls 10 yards or more down the field. Igbuka is back. I know Mike Evans is out for the rest, or it's like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah,
so almost the rest of the season.
68 weeks.
68 weeks.
Oh, that I just played footsies with you.
8 weeks.
There goes. Well, it's going to be pretty crazy when he comes back and has like 800 something yards to get to his 1,000 yards for this season. So
Yeah.
hopefully you have him in
That's
fantasy
just
at the
Mike
end of the
Evans
year.
football.
Yeah. I don't see Baker taking back-to-back losses like that, especially against an inferior opponent. Weirder things have happened in these NFC South games, but give me the Buccaneers.
I think the line being at Tampa Bay -3.5 is crazy. I think give me the Buccaneers by a touchdown. I don't really care who's hurt. They've played through injury the entire year. The Saints are one of the worst rosters in the NFL.
Hey now.
Sorry, Josh. but
MVP
yeah.
Tez Johnson, baby.
Yep. Give me the Buccaneers. I don't know if they'll win by the spread, but give me them just money line. I like them overall. Give me the Buccaneers.
Moving on to our next game. CBS has the slotted as like their game of the week, so that's terrible. The Dallas Cowboys at 3-3-1 going on to take on the 5-2 Broncos in Mile High Stadium.
Oh,
Right now, the line is Denver -3.5.
I feel like that's low.
I would have thought around a touchdown, but I guess I'll start us off here. Broncos coming off a monumental comeback win. A lot of mojo going on there. Cowboys did get CeeDee Lamb back, and that offense looked like it was kind of sparked again last week against a really bad Washington defense. They're not going to run into that same type of Swiss cheese across the line this week.
I agree.
So give me Denver at home all day.
All right, well, Broncos country, let's ride.
Nice.
×3. Let's go. Give me Denver at home. The Dallas defense is terrible, and Denver's
There we go.
defense is
fucking
amazing.
flying through it. Let's go.
Next 425 game, the 1-6 Titans go on the road to face the 6-1 Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Tickets are only $57, and that's a pretty fun stadium to be in.
Yeah, that'd be really
The-
the loud house, as Pat McAfee calls
The
it.
line right
Loud
now
house.
is Indy
Wow.
-14.5, which is crazy.
The
But they're
over
probably
is
gonna
low.
cover it.
Also, the over's a little low at 47.5.
Yeah.
I think Indianapolis might score 42 themselves, and I'd give me the Titans to put like 10 points on the board just
God,
randomly.
Matt, what's that Titans team with play total?
I don't know, but either way, give me the Colts by maybe 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor is going to have a field day. He might have 4 touchdowns, like legitimately. And I hope that this is like a random Tennessee, just like Cam Ward comes out and balls out. But Yeah.
Vegas has them scoring 16.5 points. I don't even know how they do that.
They don't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they don't.
No way
They
Shane
don't.
Steichen wins this or loses this game.
No way Shane
Wow.
Steichen wins
No way
this.
Shane Steichen loses this game. So give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts as well.
Colts clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Sorry, guys. We're being very boring this week.
This next one will probably cause some controversy.
Sunday night game, 8:20 on NBC with the great Mike Tirico on the play
fuck
call.
that guy.
The 4-1-1 Packers.
Head to Heinz Field,
Nice. It's
not
always
Acrisure
Heinz Field.
Stadium.
To face the 4-2 Steelers. Right now, the line is Green Bay -3.5.
Good, Gers. You're the
All right,
Pittsburgh guy.
I'll go ahead. Well, I'm the University of Pittsburgh guy.
You're a
but-
Steelers fan, right?
No, fuck that. So I will say, well, not really. I will say, great field to be playing in. I hope Pitt didn't ruin the turf for the pussy Steelers, but give me the Steelers as much as fuck that team. Give me them. I think they're gonna win. I think Mike Tomlin doesn't really lose primetime games at home like this. Like I think I would take. Like, I don't know, if the lines were reversed, I would not take the Steelers -3.5. I'd take the Steelers like -2 if I was going to tease the line up to that, whatever. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I think give me the Steelers. I think Jordan Love is inconsistent. The Steelers defense is the Steelers defense. Mike Tomlin's Mike Tomlin.
Sure is.
I think he loves to win big-time regular season games. So give me the Steelers at home.
Agree. Steelers. That's all. I have no insight other than
Tickets are expensive,
I like the Steelers.
but it
to win
is
that
a
game.
good game technically.
Well, I guess to go against what I said earlier, calling the Packers frauds, I'll be the contrarian on this pick and say that any running back can look good against the Steelers defense, and the Packers don't have just any running back. They have Josh Jacobs.
That's true.
That's true.
Good
call.
So Jordan Love could just be more of a game manager here. Christian Watson's back, is
I'll look it up.
open to be back.
Who cares?
Either way, all their wide receivers are interchangeable. So it doesn't really matter there because they're all the same play.
Plans to return Sunday night.
Oh, there we go. Another weapon for Jordan Love.
Yep.
And eventually Jalen Reed will be back, and he'll get
Limited
hurt
in
again.
practice
Doesn't
today,
matter.
though.
So yeah, we got 2 Pitts takes and 1 Green Bay. Moving on to the last game of the week.
Hell yeah.
Monday night, Washington Commanders travel to Arrowhead to face the Chiefs. That's going to be a Marcus Mariota-led Commanders again.
Ugh.
I don't know about Scary Terry.
Is Debo still out?
He's not out.
I know
right
Debo's
now. I
questionable.
believe McLaurin's questionable as of my fantasy team today, but let me look that up while you talk.
Someone posted that McLaurin and Samuel are returning.
Okay. But not
Oh,
Daniels.
good news. As of 18 hours
Jaden
ago,
Daniels has already been ruled out.
Commander's Wire, as of 18 hours ago, says good news for Terry McLaurin and Debo Samuel's chances to play. So, expected to practice in full this week, Terry McLaurin. So, yeah.
I honestly don't think it matters.
I agree.
Give me the Chiefs.
Yep.
Defense is playing really well right now. Offense has hit another gear with Rashee Rice coming back. And they're not going to lose a primetime game at home.
In Arrowhead, give me the Chiefs by like a lot for the 2 Native American-based NFL teams.
Hell yeah,
dude. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to do their stupid job and win that game. Yeah. Josh?
The Kansas City Chiefs are going to chop down the Redskins or Commanders.
Or either.
Chopping it down.
Whoever they are.
6 teams are on bye this week, just to mention it. Jacksonville, it's probably a good time for them to kind of like kind of fix what's going on, having lost back-to-back games. Seattle, it's a nice break. Los Angeles, Detroit, same thing. Arizona and Las Vegas, I think they're probably going to do a lot of internal soul searching for those 2 organizations. But yeah, that is the wrap-up for this week.
All right.
And in general, the pod, it seems.
Hey, we're 10 minutes, less than 2 hours.
There we go.
So
We still got close, though.
Yeah, we always
so
do.
close.
We're going to VJ Edgecombe, everybody.
Hell yeah.
We're going to VJ Edgecombe until everybody
I'm going to go home and VJ
Edgecombes.
Edgecombe before I edit this podcast.
Nice.
Well, thanks for making it this far in the podcast if you did.
You didn't, but thank you.
Remember to smash that bell,
Smash that like button.
like and
Subscribe, like,
favorite,
comment.
whatever
Also,
else.
Retweet,
Whatever else is
repost on
the
TikTok.
YouTube.
we have one episode up on Spotify and
On
Apple
Spotify.
Podcasts. We're about to have the rest of them up there too. It's going to take me a day or two, but you will be everywhere you can find us. So find us and tell your friends to find us.
Peace.
Love
Tell
you
your
guys.
family
Love you
to
all.
Find us. Tell your mom to find me.
Well, on that note,
And on that note,
perfect way to end it.
later, dickheads. See you next week.